essentially what a critique group does is they read your whole story from beginning to end, and they look at your story with how could we make this better, or is it ready for publication? Like I have a critique group when we meet every single month, and they're the best. I've had them for 5 years. I just love them. But it's really important. Like I was telling, I think I was actually saying it to Karen. It's getting someone else's eyes on your story that's not yourself. It just shows you like a different perspective. It shows you what someone who doesn't know anything about the story is interpreting to make sure that you've done it in a clear job. So really, really great.
Okay. So how many times do you go through that process?
So it depends on the story. So like I've had my critique group for years, and we've read the same story like 4 or 5 times when it comes to a picture book. And then like I'm working on a middle grade right now. So so my group is reading like a couple chapters at a time. So then they're kind of getting like a slow version, or I'll bring them like a synopsis or a query letter or something. Essentially, what you want your critique group to do and to help you with, the reason you meet with them frequently, is they're giving you an outside perspective of whether or not your story is ready to be published. So if they look at it and they're like, here's all of our notes, you need to like work on this, you probably should bring it back another time, and then keep bringing it back until they say, you know, I think this is really close. If you just make this one little change, you should be ready to query. And depending on how far along you are in your writing journey, it can take a few rounds. Like my first book I wrote 30 times.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. It takes a lot. And it's never like a full rewrite every time. It's like,
right.
I can make this sentence better, or, oh, this isn't quite clear. Oh, I never thought of that with the beginning. So yeah, how many times you have to show it to them kind of varies, but that's what they're good for. So if you don't have a critique group, highly, highly recommend. It's a little different to find a critique group now, but people ask in Facebook groups, like Journey to KidLit has Facebook groups, so you can ask there. We do the monthly coaching. So I'll critique your stories once a month, and then peers will critique your stories once a month. But yeah, you guys should all try to find one.